Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 390 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How are we doing?
I got through at that time. If this is the first time you're ever seeing, hearing, or listening to us, this is the Two Player Co-op Podcast. We're just about every week or two brothers get together to tell you everything you need to know about in the world of video games. If you like that, make sure you like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends, family, and everyone in betwixt. If you only listen on audio services, that's cool too. Just give us a thumbs up, 5-star review, or whatever your service allows. If you really like us, you can go to patreon.com/2playercoop, where we got a lot of different benefits for you people. The most popular tier is the $5 tier, where you can watch us record the podcast live on YouTube as we're doing right now. Obviously, we're doing it right now. You also get a bonus episode every month, which we're about to record right after this. And if you missed the live stream, that's cool. Just go ahead and watch the video one day early on Patreon. Some of our patrons deserve a shout out, just like our patron saint, the man with the bar named after him, Mr. John Tingley, as well as our affiliates, Derek Bamford, James Solar. Make sure you check out James Games and more on YouTube. And Mom. As well as our producers, Steve Appleton, Aunt Sue, and Dustin Downs. If you like cool t-shirts and the like, teespring.com/store/2playercoop. Who knows if they're actually sending anything out, though, because they suck.
But we love teespring.com.
Yes, I'm sure they're listening. It would be funny if instead of Mom, at some point I have to go Steve Appleton, Aunt Sue. So I have to go, and Mom, and then go, Aunt Sue. Now I can't do it for a while because you'll remember. Sean.
Yes.
We got a lot to talk about. Let's start with our fantasy draft. It's that time of year, thank God. Football starts tomorrow as well.
Got one more day. Do you have anybody tomorrow?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I've got one more day till I probably start getting upset at my team.
You have quite the dilemma. But we'll get to that in a second. Fantasy football draft. So I said this year, I'm not going to do what I did last year. I'm not going to do all this research. I'm not going to waste all this time. I'm not going to have all these spreadsheets with all these colors. And I ended up doing it anyways. I will say, though, my strategy, I did stick to it. Where don't just this is my strategy. No, my strategy is just take who's there. I also wanted to take some rookies with high upside. I did that. I really like my team. I like my team name. I had the 4th pick, and I somehow got Bijan Robinson at number 4. He's almost, it seems like in every ranking, number 1, which I would not agree with.
He's pretty much always going one or
2.
2. Yeah.
But then coming back around, so I guess my 20th pick, I'm on Ross St. Brown. And I did not expect him to be there. Didn't you take him? He went in the first round last year. I don't know why my voice.
I took him in the first round last year, and he had a great year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why all of a sudden he's down. Maybe just because Ben Johnson. But, like, come on. Yeah, I took him in the first round last year. I think I had around the 5th pick or so. And what's funny is I'm like, I know who I should take according to all the experts, and it was CD. I'm like, I don't feel good about CD. And I took him instead. Not that it ended up mattering. Great move, though.
Yeah.
Nothing against CD because Dak got hurt. It's not his fault.
Yeah,
but, like,
he missed.
And he still had a pretty good year, but, like, Amon-Ra killed it.
Well, last year I took Tyreek Hill with my number 1 pick at 6 overall, I think. I got to think that Bijan's going to have a better year than Tyreek. If he doesn't and he gets hurt like in week 1 or something, well, at least I have Tyler Algier, I guess. But we had a blast. We don't yet hate our fantasy teams. Give it a few days. But yeah, I love my team. Sean, your team. Oh, also, I love my team name. I didn't even say that. I said it, but then I didn't say the name. Going back and forth, and it was like Bed Bath and Bijan. That's just not me. I can't do that. It was to Infinity and Bijan. And I was like, that's stupid too. So I was like, what are some names? Like, I've got Bijan, I've got Amon-Ra. And I was like, wait a minute. Bijan, Amon-Ra. I was like, oh, I got it. I'm just Bijan-Ra, the sun god. And I spent way too many hours making my friggin' avatar. It had to have been 6-7 hours or something, photoshopping and doing the little. And then when
bebopping and scatting.
when I got done bebopping and scatting and I uploaded it, I wasn't thinking, because you know how originally I had that circle thing and I had like the snakes coming off it. Well, it was not a square picture, so it was like, so it didn't look. I was like, again, it's this big, no matter what. But I was like, it's going to look good when it's this big. So then I went into.
You look like Bijan Ra when you do that.
That's true.
Except it's more like.
Yeah, it's like. But so then I got into Photoshop and I got rid of the snakes on each side and I rebuilt the circle. Photoshop's cool, man. You guys should check it out sometime. And I got it and I nailed it. Bijan Ra, and I used AI, ChatGPT. It was awesome because, like I said, I found this guy on YouTube that I was like, everybody's always doing jersey swaps like that. As soon as somebody changes teams or something, it's like, boom. I was like, it's got to be in Photoshop. It's got to be easy. Well, no, you can just have AI do it. So he said, this is the...
I'm shocked AI will do it because they won't create a picture like... You would think they'd be like, that's copyright. Can't do that.
Right.
Would you like me to put a new jersey on him that sort of looks like a Detroit Lions jersey?
Right.
But it seemed like it was the jersey.
Yeah.
Did you have to like give him like a clever prompt to like trick it, like to get around it? Or you just said...
I found a video... And the guy did the prompt. He was doing basketball, so it was a little bit different. But where's Chat? There it is. The prompt said, I want to do a realistic, high-resolution jersey swap for a sports graphic. Instructions. The first image I will upload is of the player who should remain the focus. His face, body position, lighting, and posture should stay exactly the same. He's currently wearing a black Atlanta Falcons jersey. The next image will show the jersey I want to be swapped onto the player. Please replicate the design, colors, logos, fabric, texture, lighting, and folds of this new jersey as accurately as possible. The final result should look like the player was actually wearing the new jersey in the original photo. Seamless integration is key. Maintain 4K resolution, photorealistic quality, and perfect blending around the neck, sleeves, and edges. The material should look natural on the body and match the original image's lighting and shadows. Do not distort or alter the player's face, skin tone, or pose. This is intended for professional use in an official athletic department, so the realism and quality need to be top tier, worthy of ESPN level media. So I gave it this, and then I just gave it that. Not even like, and I was worried because I was like, that's obviously it's not straight on, and it friggin' turned it into boom, that.
Wow.
And it's weird because some of his skin like does look different and stuff. Like you can tell looking at that he's been AI'd.
He just kind of looks airbrushed.
Exactly.
Or something,
but for a little avatar, who cares?
Yeah.
Sean, your team.
I don't know. So the whole way over there to the draft, we were talking about how I think we were both in alignment. We both wanted like top 4 picks or like bottom 2 picks. I drew 8. About as far away from everything I could have wanted as you could be, but it is what it is.
It is.
So I started looking at who I could reasonably end up with, and I'm like, I'm probably going to have to get McCaffrey. And he could either be real good or he could get hurt on the first play and just be done for the year. And I'm like, I don't want to. But I wanted to pick top 4, maybe top 5, figuring I'm walking away with either Jameer. What's that show? Incorporated.
Kids Incorporated?
No, the show Laverne and Shirley. Jameer. Incorporated. Anyways, that's when I said Jameer.
I knew you were trying to come up with something else. Yeah.
Jameer, Saquon, Bijan, or CeeDee Lamb. I'm like, if I get top 5, I'm getting one of those players, and I'm happy with it. CD fell to me at 8. I really, I struggled with it because I'm like, there's so many receivers and so few running backs. But I'm like, I think CD is going to just eat this year.
The Cowboys' defense is horrible. They're going to have to be throwing it all the time.
So I took CD. I'm fine with it. I'm happy with it. Then when it came back around to me, I'm like, well, I have to take a running back. And there was just nobody. Like, It's so weird how you do these mock drafts, and I'm getting like a receiver and 2 running backs that I love. And then I do the real draft, and I get a receiver that I love, and there's like no running backs left already by my second pick. I'm like, where are all of them? Like, what happened? So my running backs, I took Omarion Hampton, so 2 years strong, going with Matthew Berry's ride or die.
Ride or die. It worked
Didn't
out
work
great
last year. But I don't know. And I'm already annoyed because now Najee's like, oh, my eye's fine. I'll be there week 1. I'm like, I already hate my team. Even though I think Omarion will, he'll be the RB1, but whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I got Tet McMillan, who I had my eyes on. I got Omarion, so I got 2 rookies. I've got the corpse of Alvin Kamara. Hopefully he can put one more good fantasy year together.
Speaking of corpses, I got Kyle Pitts in the last round, and I took Brandon Ayuk 3rd or 4th round, like in the 12th or 13th round, just because he's supposed to be back in October. Let's see. But
and I got Jaden Daniels as my QB, which I'm like, I'm either gonna reach for Josh Allen just because he's a cheat code. I'm like, if I can get Allen in the 3rd, I'm gonna do it. I think he went in the 2nd.
He did. He went early.
But my thoughts were, I can get Josh Allen in the 3rd. If I can't get him, I can probably get Daniels in the 4th. So Allen went, and then Lamar went.
Like 2 picks later.
And then Burrow went. And I'm like, okay, I'm freaking out now. I'm like, I got to go ahead and take Jaden. So I took Jaden in the 3rd. Hopefully that pans out. You always want the dual threat quarterback. So I don't know. Right now, I'm looking forward to my team. I've got a lot of potential on my bench.
Me too.
Potential.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hate my team. If Omarion gets like 7 carries Friday night, I'm probably going to hate my team.
Mm-hmm.
But if it plays out the way I'm hoping it will, then
who do we get
we'll
for
see.
QB? So Sean was just saying
Jaden
Daniels. I got Kyler. And Justin Fields is my backup. I was actually thinking about Justin Fields being a starter, but when Kyler was still there, I was like, Justin Fields is going to be there for a while. He got Bo Nix and Jordan Love. I don't think that's an oof. Bo Nix he's a pretty decent fantasy quarterback because he can run.
Yeah.
I kind of had my eyes on him, but then when Kyler was still there in the 8th round or whatever, I got him. I was like, okay, I just got to pull the trigger.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm excited for football to be back. Tomorrow's a big day.
Speaking of big days, Sean, what did you say in the Discord today?
I said, happy Silksong Eve to those who celebrate.
You have quite the conundrum because football starts tomorrow. I don't know what they were thinking releasing Silksong
the day I'm coming down with something, so I'm probably going to call out sick tomorrow.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Just so happens
you should lick one of the Switch carts, and then I can lick it so you could get me sick, and I'll just play Metal Gear instead. How excited are you?
Like, I'm not even joking. I think this is going to be 93 to 95 Metacritic. Like,
what was the first one? It had to be right around
probably
90,
low
right?
90s, I would guess. I don't know. It's such a weird thing because it's one of my most looked forward to games, like, of all time.
90.
When you count, like, this game is coming and I want it. I'm not talking about just like, ooh, I can't wait for the next Zelda. Like,
or Final Fantasy Remake Part 3. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I went from like, I don't really know if this game's actually happening to, holy crap, it's in 2 weeks. Like, usually, you know, if you get a new Zelda game or something, you know it's coming. I mean, we pretty much knew this was coming, but by the time you get a release date, usually you're counting down the days for like at least 6 months or so. This was just 2 weeks, and it's like, it's coming, get ready. And I feel like I still can't or haven't processed it. I still haven't processed this. I cannot wait to just dive in and just go. It's up there with like Elden Ring, maybe. Or I mean, probably Tears of the Kingdom more recently, but like it's not quite the same. It's not like it's a big open world. It's just it's somewhat open, but it's mostly kind of, I don't know. I can't wait to just go. It's up there with like like anytime there's a new like Soulsborne, it's kind of like that
proper one.
Feeling. Yeah,
like
a
FromSoft
FromSoft one. Yeah. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I
assume, does it come out at like 11 o'clock tonight or something?
I assume so.
It's not even, I can't even like buy it yet.
Oh,
and I started freaking out. I'm like,
That's
this
weird.
is coming out on PS5 on
Yes.
launch day. I mean,
Yes.
I confirmed it is, but I'm like, this isn't some BS where, it's going to be on Switch for a few months. And then I'm like, ugh. But no, I'll probably get up early because I'll probably feel sick.
Announced. Yeah, I can only wish list it.
Yeah. So I'm hoping it's out at 11. Not that I'll play it tonight, but I want to have it downloaded so I can just wake up and just go.
Man, it really is pretty. I can't. I'm obviously not going to play it tomorrow because of what I'm currently playing. But I feel like, and this is only $20. I feel like
they could have charged 40.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Honestly, I would have been in for 60. I mean, like,
yeah, I can't believe this game's $20.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
they have to be
30
thinking,
would be.
They have to be thinking like we're going to sell
10 million,
a shitload if we price it at $20.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm interested to see how the difficulty compares to the first one. How long has it been since you played the first one? Like, was it that good that it's like it's ingrained into your brain? Like you're not going to forget anything? Because I wonder what it's going to be like, what the difficulty is going to be like compared to the original.
No, I'll have a pretty
good
feeling about it.
Because I will probably get
it definitely,
in like
I can
a
already
week.
tell just by the gameplay, it controls somewhat differently. Like she's constantly doing this weird like jumping like dash attack thing, which he couldn't do. He was just, and you could like do the pogo and whatever. But like, I think it's not drastically, but like it feels like it's gonna maybe control, or at least the combat might be a little bit different. She uses her needle. He had the nail. But yeah.
Oh, is she more like a fencer?
That's kind of what it looks like. It looks like it's a lot more like thrusts as
Stabby.
opposed to swipes. But
a stabby.
I don't think it's going to change the experience that much.
That just makes me think of Ender Magnolia. God, that game was so good. That was this year.
This year?
Yeah.
Wow, weird.
And so was Blade Chimera, which apparently you're just...
I'll get it when it comes to PlayStation.
If. Yeah, I think I'll probably end up getting it in a week or so, but I don't know for sure. I definitely can't wait to hear your thoughts. I think we'll definitely podcast next week because we got to talk about that. And we also got to talk about how much we hate our fantasy teams after week 1.
Yeah. So I do want to say one thing. When James mentioned this on our Discord, link below, come join us. I was like, ooh, let's talk about that.
Is it about Silksong?
No. Okay,
well then wait. Team Cherry, because there was a report.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there was a report that came out from, what's his name? Schreier. Because remember he had said when they had announced they were going to do the reveal video and all this, and he said, oh, I'll have a story going up too. Team Cherry told him on why Silksong took 7 years to develop. Quote, it was never stuck or anything. It was always progressing. It's just the case that we're a small team and games take a lot of time. There wasn't any big controversial moment behind it. We're very fortunate that we have a development method that is so enjoyable. End quote. The team also has ambitious plans ahead for post-launch / extra content with Silksong. So basically it's just like, this is the cool thing about being an independent team that you don't have to like answer to EA or Activision or something. It's just like, it'll be done when it's done.
Right.
We're a small team. We're freaking richer than we ever thought we were going to be already. We're going to make this damn thing as good as it can be. You'll get it when you get it.
Also, it's clearly in the same engine, if you want to say that, as Hollow Knight, which was already perfection. So it's not like they spent... Now, like I said, I think her combat's maybe a little bit different, but it's not like they had to rebuild. Like, you've got a solid footing already, which means they've spent 7 years just building the game. Like, the graphics are almost identical. as they should be. So it's just 7 years of just making the game. Like, you've got something that functionally already works. Now it's just make a really big, fun game to explore. I can't. I don't know. I don't see how. I'm almost shocked that Hollow Knight's only a 90. Maybe I take back my 93 for Silksong, because I would love for this game to be better than Hollow Knight. I just don't know how that could be.
Well, and that's the other thing that's crazy is, like we said, it's out tomorrow. Team Cherry did not send out any review codes, which I kind of dig it.
I love it.
I do. There's not even a 1% chance that they did it because they're
worried. Yeah.
No, they're like, why should you guys get to play it early when our fans have wanted to play it for just as long as you have? No, you'll play it when they play it. So I'll finally get a Metacritic score, but it'll probably be next week.
It'll be in a few days.
All right, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say because James and who was he talking to?
Ash.
It was Ash talking about was it Hell Is Us?
Oh yeah.
What is
Hell
the game?
Is Us, yeah.
Hell Is Us. I'm talking about if it's like a Soulsborne game. And James said, what I think of for a Soulsborne game is basically a game that's just really difficult. You can't change the settings, and part of the gameplay is it's just basically very difficult. James, I'm paraphrasing. That got me thinking, what makes a Soulsborne game? And I think it's expected for it to be very difficult, but I don't think it has to be. To me, I think the main elements are the souls or runes or blood or whatever it may be that you can lose, and then you have to reclaim.
You get to a fire. Yeah.
Right. I think that's part of it. And I think the other part that's big is the whole like unlocking shortcuts thing. I think when you think of like the Jedi games, I feel like they kind of play like a Soulsborne game, but I also think that kind of means nothing, because it's like, just because you have a melee weapon and you fight guys and you can dodge, I don't think that's a Soulsborne game, because I don't think it had that element at all.
It almost has no meaning at this point now.
And it's funny that we're talking about this, because honestly, Hollow Knight is 100% a Soulsborne game. It's 2D, it's not 3D, but like you lose your, I can't even remember what they're called.
Well,
but
Mina does that too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Whatever, yeah. But like you lose your currency, you have to get it back, and if you don't, it's gone forever. There's shortcuts to unlock. I mean, to me, Hollow Knight and probably 99% sure Silksong are Soulsborne games. To me, they're definitely more Soulsborne than like Jedi, or what was the game with the girl?
Stellar Blade.
Like, that's another one. It's like, well, I'm fighting enemies and I'm dodging their attack.
See,
but
to
like,
me, that was not that is more like a Platinum Games game, whatever that is. Whatever Platinum's like Metal Gear Rising style, action games is what that was.
But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that because I did start thinking, I'm like, well, how do you classify a Soulsborne game? But to me, it's those two elements. I think usually they're difficult, and that's part of the
It's definitely a big
appeal.
part of it, but it's not the only. It's not like just because it's a 3D game that's tough. You can't. It's the soul. I know that's like the meme, the joke nowadays is like, well, it's the Soulsborne of college football. 26 on expert difficulty is the Soulsborne of football games. Like,
right.
What are we talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. You just now seeing that?
Why didn't anybody text me this? I'm sure Rasan did, and I just didn't see it. What the hell?
Man of Tomorrow. In theaters July 9th, 2020. So it's only 2 years away. That's not going to happen. It'll be 28.
And it's Lex in the suit. Oh my God. Man of Tomorrow?
La Mancha.
I know I'm late but holy
Bleep.
shit.
Poop.
I was just gonna say that I saw your tweet. I need to go back and like it.
Ah, yes.
And now I don't know. It just disappeared. Okay. Sean.
Yes.
What have you been playing? Before I get to what I have been.
So, I finished Ragebound. And when I say I finished it, I got the platinum.
Number
Took
101.
full advantage of assist mode.
Yeah.
Especially for hard mode.
Awesome screenshot, by the way. Just black.
I'm at like other than Indiana Jones, I'm at like probably the last 3 or 4 were just basically a black screen.
When
like,
I get mine for something, it better be freaking good. Like, it better be showing my Foxhound rank like that.
What game are you talking about?
I don't know. Stay tuned.
But yeah, I beat it. It was fun. I still wish it was a Metroidvania or a Soulsborne game. It was fun. I really just kind of rushed through to beat it because at some point I got to play this. I did buy Doom Dark Ages. Haven't even peeled the plastic off yet. I haven't finished Donkey Kong, but Silksong is taking priority. So I at least had to knock Ragebound out. I haven't started this. I haven't started Doom. Donkey Kong, I'll beat it when I beat it. I don't know.
I still haven't gone back to beat it. And now that I'm out of practice, I'm like, I guess I'm just going to die at the final boss.
What's
I'm just
weird
gonna
is
stop at the final boss.
I went for a while without playing it. And then the next time I played it was on the way back from Great Wolf Lodge.
Okay.
Don't like playing it handheld.
Oh, yeah.
It just, I don't know. It wasn't doing it for me. And I haven't gone back to playing it on the big screen yet. So I at least checked that one off. It's my first. I'm going to get like 3 platinums this year. That's a down year for me. Which is weird because it's a huge year for games. But like,
you're kind of like me. Once I hit number 100, I was like, okay.
I know. Now it's just, I'll get whatever platinums I get. Besides that, again, going back to Soulsborne, one of the streamers, YouTubers I watch has been doing his first Dark Souls 3 playthrough. Never played before, playing through it blind, whatever. And I'm like, it kind of made me want to play it, or just it makes me miss Soulsborne. I almost thought about going back to like Elden Ring or even the not that there's any real way to do it, but the DLC. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And then I had the bright idea. You know what I haven't played in a while? Demon Souls.
The remake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started playing that, I've already gotten the platinum. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just, I got the itch for a Soulsborne game. I don't really want to dive into anything new because I didn't have time. And in my mind, I'm like, I've played so many of these games now and platinumed a few of them that I'm like an expert. And Demon Souls was the first one. I'm going to go back to that game and just wreck shop. And I did not. I'm trying to do a dex build, which I haven't done in Demon Souls before. I did magic once, and then I did like a heavy like knight once. Now I'm trying to go more with like quick attacks. I figured I'd beat the first level without dying. I died a couple times. I tried Tower Knight. Took me like 4 tries to even get to him, and he destroyed me. Then I skipped over 2, and I went to 3, which is in the prison, and there's the weird tentacle face guys with the lamps. I died 6 or 7 times there. Finally got to the boss, died to the boss.
What was that boss?
The priestess with her book, and then she creates copies of herself, and you got to find the right one.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was so stupid, but in my mind, I'm like, this game's going to seem easy because I've evolved so much from when I first played this game. It's still difficult, and I still got my butt kicked. And I'm like, I'm probably done at this point. Once I got to the boss, and then I died, I'm like, all right. Silksong's coming out tomorrow. I've gotten about as much out of this game as I ever intended to, but I picked that up for a little bit. It was fun. I was way off thinking it would seem easy. It does not.
I remember I went back to it after, I think it was after I got the Elden Ring Platinum. And I was the same way. I was like, well, obviously, I'm going to be great here.
It's also very, like, clunky. Like, I do think I could probably go back to Elden Ring and do pretty well.
Yeah.
But this game, it's like, it's, even when you're a Dex build, it doesn't, like, there's no jumps, which you never could until Elden Ring. Like, that's not new. But, like, I just feel like you're much more limited in this game as far as, like, what you can do. So, I don't know. That might be part of it, or it's more than likely just a very difficult game.
I remember, so I was in a New Game Plus run, because I did beat it. I did not get the Platinum. But I was in a New Game Plus run, and I'm sitting there and, like,
I didn't even think about doing that.
In, like, the hub, and I'm like...
Oh, I couldn't remember how to get started.
I don't even know what I do now. And I finally was like, I didn't even know it was New Game Plus until I could go into a lot of different doors. And I was like, okay, I guess I got decently far. So I went to that one level where you start, it's like all rocky. It's like
the mines.
Yeah. And there's the big fat guys that like throw the magic at you. I was getting my ass handed to me. Yeah. Just by the regular, like, I don't know that I even got to a bonfire. I was like, this is ridiculous.
There aren't any.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's like you start a new area and you can unlock shortcuts, but like it's where you start and then the next one you get to when you beat the boss to start like the next area. But within that area, like you need to beat a boss to get to a new, equivalent of a bonfire.
That's why I was able to platinum Elden Ring, because the checkpoints in that are amazing.
Yeah.
The bonfires, whatever you want to call it.
Right. Yeah, that's all I've played.
I can't even believe I'm doing this right now. I'm wearing my Snake Eater shirt. I've got my badge for when I go into the Groznyj Grad research facility, into the weapons wing, A, B, and C. Blow up the Shagahad. Pretend to be Raiden. Volgan grabs my dick. Remember that?
Nope.
You don't? Oh my God. Again, I've played through this game like 20 times or something. I don't even know what to say. So first off...
Wait, so what game are you talking about?
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. So did I get the collector's edition? Of course I did. As you can see, I have my terrarium here.
Okay, I have a question.
I think people are...
Why are there holes in this as if there was something actually living in it?
Because they give you instructions on how to actually use it as a terrarium.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what does that mean? I put a snake in there?
Well, no, not unless you want him to eat it.
Funny, I get it. But, like, I don't know what a terrarium is.
It's a land aquarium.
Yeah, okay. Is it?
Yeah. Aquarium.
Oh, terrarium, Earth. Yeah. Huh? What did you say? Aquarium.
I was saying aquarium is water, so terrare is like earth.
They call this a patch. The world's first Halo jump. I don't know how this is a patch. I started, the way it looks, doesn't it look like there's like some adhesive thing that you could pull off the back?
Either that or it's not a patch.
But it calls it a patch.
Maybe it's like the iron. Maybe it's the thing. If you, oh no, but that would you would just melt this.
That's what this is.
Yeah,
this is an iron-on patch, Fox. This is, I will say,
this is just rubber. This was just like melt.
This is that's like a cup coaster. This is freaking perfect.
I do like that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get me. Now, do I go full make my own cosplay of Snake's sneaking suit? Put the fox on there. I mean, look at that. It's just a patch, but like it's really high quality.
Yeah.
Very refreshing.
No, that's legit.
Obviously I got my terrarium here, Sean was saying. People are clowning on this because my boy down here. Sorry, Link. Can you see him?
Not really.
Where is he? I don't know.
He's camouflaged.
Where's the center? What?
You can see him. Hey, you can see him.
So there's Snake. The internet was clowning on this thing. Also, the thing that was weird, I expected to take this out of the box and have it all be built.
Oh, I was going to ask if you had to like assemble it.
I had to assemble it. Luckily, I didn't have to like paint Snake. Speaking of the box. So I got the box. box. It's my boy Snake. The happy couple enters the bar. What's cool is that the back of the box ain't
I got
close to each other. Oh, I got the lyrics wrong again. The back of the box is the back of that box. Oh, yeah. See, look. Fox patch, Halo jump patch.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know how that's a patch. But then, got another box. It's like a box in a box. I'm going to rip it.
Careful.
It's another box. I think this box looks much cooler.
That is pretty.
It's just like these scenes from, obviously from the opening of it. They're all iconic. There's the gator at the beginning. But like these are the first things when they, finally, after it got revealed with just the CGI trailer, when they finally started showing it, this is the kind of stuff they were showing. I don't know. What do you want to know? Like,
how far are you?
I saved it today when I got to the boss fight against Vulcan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm near the end. Okay.
I'm not trying to clown on you. I'm just asking because I know you. Did you shed a tear at the latter part? What a thrill.
No. But it was still just like...
Did they got it right? They didn't like screw it up somehow?
This game is exactly the same.
Really?
Now, you can take that however you want to take it. It's not exactly the same. It is exactly what I wanted it to be. It is...
Was it meant to be?
I knew. I was just waiting for you to do it. It's Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Just more beautiful and with much better controls. It is the perfect game. IMO. 85 on Metacritic. I knew it wasn't going to be as high as the original. I think the original was a 91. It's everything I wanted. And I think almost, it's weird to say this, but when you get to it after Silksong or whatever, you're going to appreciate it. There's a good chance you're going to appreciate it more than I do. Because it's my favorite game of all time, I just overlook how bad the controls are.
Well, and what's funny is that's kind of the reverse of RE4. Because you really hated those controls, and I never really had a problem with it. Now, I fully admit the remake was way better controlling. But, like, I didn't think the controls and the original were to any detriment to the game. It was just not ideal. And that's probably how you feel about this, I would guess.
Resident Evil 4 probably controls better than Snake Eater did.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. But there's only two things I don't like. One of them is, so remember they reused all the original voice recordings and all that stuff. Some people, I heard on a video or I read it somewhere that some people have noticed slight differences to where I think they have said they did re-record a little bit of stuff and people have noticed it. I can't notice it, but the one thing that they didn't reuse, and I had forgotten about it, or I had heard them saying it, but every time they brought it, people brought it up. I guess I just thought they were just like talking about a remaster of the original, but they remade Snake Eater, the song. They brought Cynthia Harrell back to sing it. I don't really like it though.
Really?
And it's really just because...
But that's how there's a lot of songs that like even some of Taylor's versions. I'm like, this is of a higher quality, but I kind of prefer the original.
It's like I'm gonna try not to sing, but it's like when she says like I give my life not for honor, but for you, Snake. But so instead of that, it's like, I give my life, not for honor, but for No,
it's I don't like that.
Little things like that where it's like the timing and like I don't even know what you call that. The cadence or whatever it is just off. It's not bad. The music sounds exactly the same in my mind. It's just I don't like that. And now I was trying to notice when I did go up the ladder. It seems like it wasn't the new one. It seems like it was the original, but who knows? I still think that ladder is just so friggin' cool. Especially when you get like, it's so, like only Kojima would make a game where you climb up a ladder for a minute and a half while this song plays in the background. And it is just like, whew, okay, I just got through that boss fight, midway point of the game. Just epic music.
That's like halfway through the game.
It's after
I thought it was
end.
like 80% of the way through the game or something.
No, because that's about where I am now. Because even after you fight Volgan, then I got to fight the Shagahad, and then I got to do all this stuff in the forest to do the escort mission, and then I got to finally fight the final boss, and then I get to the ending. So I'm probably about 80% of the way through now.
Okay.
And I've played 12, 13 hours, I think. But it's so weird. It's like it almost puts you in a trance. Like when you actually pay attention, it's like ding, 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 ding. Snake's just going up the ladder. But then if you like, you actually pay attention, it's like, holy crap. Like, it's just something about the way it scrolls up and you're like, look, holy crap, the ground is way down there. Damn, Snake. Really climb up that ladder, boy. To me, oh yeah, and the only other thing I didn't like was some of the performance issues. Now, I will say, like I said in our Discord, I think the talk about how this performs FPS-wise and stuff, shocking because it's Twitter, has been completely overblown.
Yeah.
Now, I did hear somewhere that like the part that's the worst, so when you get to in the beginning when you get to Razvet, so you go through the jungle, you go over the bridge, you get to where Sokolov is, and it's like that bombed out brick building.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew you didn't know the name, and I saw you smiling like, you're a fucking dork. Me.
Is that different from, is that where you fight Ocelot too?
So that's where you fight Ocelot.
But later on.
Well, no, the first time you get, like, if you fight, somebody was like, oh yeah, you fight the soldiers later on. When you get Sokolov runs away and everything. But if you shoot, because there's the explosive barrels there, and if you shoot them and they explode, it like drops to 10 frames a second or something. I don't know. I didn't do that because why would I shoot those barrels when I'm trying to sneak through the thing? Right. I don't know. I do. There were some performance issues, but I mean, I'm talking going from like 60 frames per second down to 45 or 50. It's not like Tears of the Kingdom on Switch 1 where if there was a lot going on, it was just like, I mean, it was like chugging.
Yeah.
There's been one patch that came out since it released.
2 patches.
But they were only all the notes said is that they were fixing gameplay issues like some crashes, some other weird things like Snake floating off the ground or something. I don't know. If you do a certain thing, they didn't say there was any fixes for performance. I don't know if it's just in my mind or if it's where I'm at in the game or if they actually did do some fixing in the background. It seems like it is running a little bit better now than it was before the patch.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is.
How does the whole like eating and patching yourself up stuff, is that any better, any worse than the original? I mean, I remember in the original being like, I'm going to hate that. And then once I played it, I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. Is it about the same in this?
It's about the same. Yeah. It does seem like one of the reviews I was watching, because I hadn't played the original in a long time, but they were comparing it to the original on PS2. And like, one of the things you would notice is like when you would go into the menu, it would load for like 2 seconds every time you went from like, if you would like, you'd pause it, go to the pause, and you'd go to the beep, 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 cure. Boom, and it was just like little loading times, whereas that doesn't happen in this. So it does seem like it's snappier, it's quicker.
Yeah.
The two things that they really did, and I was wondering / hoping, I mean, I knew before now that the cure menu was going to be the same because they had shown it in some of the gameplay stuff. I was like, I wish they could have streamlined something, but the way it works, like if you're going to keep it in the game, I don't know what else you could do.
Right.
Now, the two things they did improve are you can do the quick menu for the radio where you just hold down on the D-pad and it first off, it defaults to 140.96, your save. So you just hold down, push X. Do you want to save, Snake? Boom. Yes, done. Okay, good. Or it saves, it saves Zero, Eva, Sigint, whoever. It saves everybody on the dial. So you just do. And then you've got the quick menu for the camo. Remind me to say something about The Cure. I just remembered, not the band. The quick camo menu. At first I thought it was saving your most recent combinations. But then when I go to the part where, and one of the pre-order things I got was you get the sneaking suit from Peace Walker, which just looks so cool in the what Snake looks like in Ground Zeroes. That suit.
Okay.
It's so cool, and it makes it so your footsteps don't make any noise. You can sneak up behind people and CQC them and all that crap. But then I would change to I would go into the Grandin's research facility or whatever, and I would put on my lab coat and my riding mask or my glasses or whatever. Was that a screen?
I don't know what that was.
And then I would go to my quick menu, and I would think I would just go down one and select sneaking suit with no face paint. And it was further down the list. So I don't know how they work, but it is much better just being able to be and it still shows you what effect it's going to have on your camo index and stuff. So that's good. It was weird. So one thing some people are complaining about, I would have liked to have it in this, but it's also if this is something I'm going to complain about, then I'm really nitpicking. You know how the original intro with that awesome music in the background, and you just see Snake in slow motion CQCing guards and throwing them around with the camo on screen. It's not that. Now it just shows the opening of Seleno Yarsk with this basically, and it just shows that. I'm like, okay. So? Are you going to stand there and look at the stupid... It still plays the same music. Are you going to really get butthurt because Snake isn't throwing people around in slow motion?
This?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought this was only coming from you.
No, this is
just yelling at yourself.
Michael Jordan making himself motivated. One of the cool things is in one of the extras in the menu at the beginning is they have a digital version of the instruction manual from the game, so that's cool to go back and look at. One of the things I wrote here, this is so effing awesome, and it is also so weird. The whole time I've been playing it, I still can't believe it's happening. And I still can't believe that I don't remember the last time I played it all the way through. It's been years at this point because it was probably when I got the platinum. But I know this game like the back of my hand. Now, I'm not saying to say that I'm good at the game. By the way, I am going to get the platinum on this. God help me. I've been starting to study and watching videos on strategies and how you do.
So what's going to be the hard part?
You have
or
to
the
get
hardest part.
Foxhound rank, which is now I thought you had to play it on European Extreme to get Foxhound. You can do European Extreme or Extreme. So you can play it on, instead of very hard, now they let you just play it on hard. But you have to beat the game in under 5 hours, which it seems like most people, when you're skipping cutscenes, if you know what you're doing, you'll beat it in 2 hours.
Wow.
Okay, so under 5 hours, no kills, no alerts. You can only use 10 life medicines or something, and a couple other things. So that's the hardest thing to get. And I've actually never gotten Foxhound, which is crazy because it was not a requirement for the platinum in the HD collection on PS3. So this will be the first time I get it, but I'm going to get it. So basically my run right now, I'm going through and I am taking my time. I'm playing with a guide. You're damn right I am, because I've beaten this game 100 times. So I'm because it's not just you don't got to just find all the frogs. And you got to find the stupid little ducks now. And a lot of these ducks, these geckos, I don't know how you say it. Gecko, I don't know. But they're so you got to find the frogs and shoot them. There's one frog and one duck in every screen. So there's 64 total of each. The frogs, when it tells me in the guide where they are, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I'm dreading when I get to the motorcycle part at the end. Each screen, there's some that I can just remember in my head the amount of times I had to just like pull out my sniper rifle and you're moving and you're bouncing around and try to hit this thing on a tower way over there. The good thing now is that if you hit the trackpad, it brings up the survival viewer. So the cure menu, the food, backpack, all that crap. But then there's also just regular pause menu. When you hit the pause button down in the bottom right, it shows you how many frogs and ducks you've gotten so far. And if you've gotten the ones in that screen, they're checked off. So I won't have to just wonder, like, did I hit that thing with my sniper? You know what I mean? I wasn't sure. I better reload my save. I'll at least know if I got them or not. So that's good. But yeah, my run right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm taking my time. It is crazy. One of the things that is so cool about this now is if you think back to the original Solid 2 and Solid 3, voice acting was awesome. There was no lip syncing. It was just
yeah.
Because they couldn't really do that on PS2.
Right.
Now it's like their lips match their voices. It adds such another level to it. It's so cool. The models for almost everybody in this are perfect. I think Ocelot looks awesome. Snake is obviously perfect. Volgan looks freaking awesome. All his because he's got the scars all over him and everything. He looks so cool. Eva looks perfect. The only thing, the boss still does look weird. When you first see her on the bridge and she's got her hair pulled back and she's got the bandana on, she still looks like a man. I don't know what it is. But after that, she looks a lot more like the boss. It's just weird. Sokolov looks awesome. Oh, yeah, that's one of the other things. So what they said, as Snake gets injured as you're going through the game, like, and you cure stuff, his injuries stay. And like, so like my sneaking suit, I've got some holes in it from where when I fought the fear, he hit me with the darts and I had to pull him out of there. I've got holes from where he hit me with the darts. It's pretty cool. Any comment?
Did he ask you if you wanted to play the darts?
I was going to say, he's thinking of something. He's not even listening.
I couldn't come up with anything.
I am shocked. I wrote down here, good on Konami. They didn't change anything, including like, not like I'm horny for her or anything, but like, I'm just glad that I'm shocked that in 2025, they left the game as is. Like Eva's got her boobs out. I mean, they're covered, but you know what I mean? Like she's crawling around. There's all the, like when you open lockers, there's like the posters of these Japanese models and all this. Like, good on you for not being like, here's somebody in a parka. I don't know. But like, I was glad they didn't change any of that stuff. One thing that really got to me is, so do you remember, I guess, spoiler alert for a 20-year-old game, when you get to the point when he grabs your dick, when you're in there and you're talking to Sokolov and then Volgan comes in, it's when like you're caught and the boss is there and then Eva's there and Ocelot and all this, and Volgan starts just beating the hell out of you because he's like, what did you do to Rykov, my gay lover? And he's beating your ass. And now it's like, it was brutal playing it on PS2 or PS3, but now with all this updated stuff, I'm like, oh my God, Snake is getting the shit kicked out of him. And it's just like so much more brutal when it's just like, it doesn't look like real life, but it looks so good that it is just so like, wow, this is just insane. I don't know. What else do you want to know? It's just, to me, it's perfect. To me, it is a 10 out of 10. It's everything I wanted it to be. Some people are like, yeah, it would have been nice if you didn't have the loading screens between the screens and stuff that said where you're going. I was like, but if you just make this one whole open world,
it's just you break it. It's not
you have to build the game from the ground up.
Yeah.
Everything has to change for that to work with the enemies and stuff. So I don't get that complaint, but whatever.
So I guess that's one thing I was wondering about. When you're in like screen number 4 of the jungle, is it identical to the original as far as like the paths and
everything
like,
is? like to a pixel the exact same.
Really? Wow. Okay.
The enemies do, and that's another thing that I'm like, as I'm watching these enemies, I'm like, I remember when he's going to turn around and go the other way.
Do you know,
so
not that you would have done this, but did they leave in the little, what do you call it? The thing with the end?
Yeah.
You can still do that?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And I got the trophy. For, do you remember the time paradox with Ocelot?
Yeah, I remember something about it.
When he's knocked out, you can kill him, and then it's like, Snake, what are you doing? You caused a time paradox. And all of a sudden, it's Hal's voice, and Hal isn't even alive. It's like, they kept that in. So yeah, you can do the thing with the end if you just set your clock forward on your PS5. It's crazy that works. You also, you can, when you see him outside, there's a trophy for killing him early there. When you see him outside that building, I got that trophy, and then you can get it, and then I'm still trying to do a no-kill run. You just reload the save, and you're good to go from there. And there's auto-saves in this. Every time you go to a new area, it does do an auto-save. Some people don't like that. It's 2025. Do we want it to just be archaic just because that's how it was in 2004?
Right.
I don't get it. But I think the auto-save thing should make my Foxhound run. That's another thing that should make it doable, I think.
Yeah.
But I just wrote here, this is the new, like, and I was kind of talking to Sean about this offline, but it's like, what is a remake? And like, so there's remakes like Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 2 and 3.
This is a remake.
Right. There's no reimagining.
7 is a reimagining.
7?
Final Fantasy. Sorry. RE4 remake.
It's a remakeaging.
Yeah, I mean, it is almost somewhere in between.
Some little extra things, but like,
yeah,
this is like what I was reading. I think it was Push Square was saying like the old standard for what like a true remake was Resident Evil remake on GameCube, because it was just like.
But even that added a lot.
That's what I thought.
This is almost maybe like Demon Souls level. Like,
yeah, this is yes.
Like more than just a remaster. They rebuilt it. They just rebuilt it the same
with much better controls and much better graphics.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I can't believe it's here.
Is there any way this is not your game of the year?
Well, that's
what I'm already decided.
But I'm also like, should this even count?
I mean, 7 was my game of the year twice.
Yeah, but those are new games.
True.
7 was my game of the year twice also. I mean, it is my
RE4. I think was my game of the year remake.
No, because that was Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh,
Tears of the Kingdom, Final Fantasy 16, and Resident Evil 4 came out within like 3 months of each other.
Yeah,
2023 was insane. So I mean, yeah, it's my favorite game of all time. Will I ever go back and play the original? I don't know. I mean, I probably will, but I probably will. Yeah, just sitting back, trying to recapture a little of the glory. But the time slips away, leaves you with nothing, mister, but boring stories of glory days. Was that completely off the entire time?
It wasn't great.
And I also can't do this. I can't snap.
No, even your snaps weren't.
Well, if I'm singing something, I can't tap my feet to the beat. Or I was like, how do people like sing and play a guitar? I can't fathom how you can do either, but definitely not both at the same time. Anyways, I mean, yeah, it's my game of the year. It's my favorite game of all time. You know, it's everything I wanted it to be. If you've tried Metal Gear Solid 3 in the past and you couldn't get into it because of the controls, because of how old it is, whatever, give it a chance. The simple thing of like just adding the crouch walk, which they did add when they put it on 3DS. So it's not like that's brand new for this. Just that makes it so much, it just feels so much better to play. Like, I don't know if it necessarily controls, it probably doesn't control as perfectly as Phantom Pain does, because you're still working within the confines of a 20-year-old game.
Right.
Yes, it all controls better. The analog, everything's perfect, but like, it's just better in every way. It's literally everything I wanted. It's perfect. I can't wait to get to platinum. Yum. What was dinner? I had ravioli and Italian meatballs. Italian sausage
We had
meatballs.
the I don't know if you've ever had it, the enchiladas or like the enchilada bake, whatever they call it, from Costco. It's like the ready-made thing. You just heat, or you don't heat it. I mean, it's not cooked. You actually cook it.
Yeah. I think we have.
Oh, that's good.
Jess makes really good enchiladas. So yeah, I don't know. Metal Gear Solid Delta. It's everything I wanted. I can't believe it's here. I love my little retarded looking snake. I don't care what anybody says. It's who's gonna pick him up and go, oh, it doesn't look good. It's so what do you want him to look? You want him to be like realist, like they just Honey, I Shrunk the Snake, you know?
So what? I guess you can do whatever you want, but like, what would you put in there? Because anything you put in there,
Snake.
What, a frog? A frog that's the size of the like it doesn't even like. I don't understand.
I know, I don't either. It's like that's quite the life.
I just don't understand what the point of it is.
But there's like instructions in it of like what you should do with the gravel and how to help drainage be better and all this stuff. I'm like, where is the water coming from? I don't know.
Weird.
It is weird. Ow!
Your whittle toe.
Yes. Oh, bloody stump.
Kevin hurt his whittle toe over the
Yeah,
weekend.
okay. It bled everywhere. The concrete is just like stained dark red now. All right. One news item, Sean. Let's get to it. This comes from VGC. Sony is planning a PlayStation 6 handheld with Nintendo Switch-style television docking capabilities, it is claimed. That's according to Moore's Law is Dead, friend of the show, really friend of Colin's show, a YouTube channel that has previously leaked accurate technical info on PlayStation consoles before their announcements. In a new video, Moore's Law is Dead shares specific technical specifications for the quote-unquote PS6 handheld, which reportedly will release alongside a traditional, more powerful PS6 home console, which it says is based on up-to-date documentation from graphics partner AMD. Notably, Moore's Law says it's seen, quote-unquote, multiple documents that directly call out, and quote, that the planned PS6 Portable can be docked like a Nintendo Switch, and claims that it will be capable of playing games natively at power exceeding that of the base PS5 when docked. The PS6 Portable will reportedly feature an AMD APU featuring 4 Zens. I don't know what any of this means. The PS6 is said to feature 16 RDNA. I don't know what any of that means. Moore's Law is Dead speculates based on specification costs that the PS6 handheld could retail for around $500 and release in late 2027. Sony has not launched a native gaming handheld, I know what you're going to say, since PS Vita in 2011. A portable accessory for PS5, PlayStation Portal, was released in 2023, but it's not capable of playing games natively. It was first reported by Reuters? Mm-hmm. Last year that Sony had contracted with AMD to design and fabricate the PS6 chip due to the company's prioritization of backwards compatibility. AMD also created the custom system on a chip SoC for PlayStation 5 and PS5 Pro, according to Reuters. This was a crucial point in Sony's decision for PS6. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. We're talking PS6. I swear to God, I feel like I just got my PS5. Now, maybe that's because I just got a PS5 Pro. But PS6 is going to be... It's not going to be a Switch, but it's going to be able to be a Switch. Yes, Sean.
So you're telling me that a year and a half from now, maybe a year. No, 2 years. Mm-hmm. I forgot what year it is. 2 years from now, with 2 years of inflation... You're going to be able to buy a PS6
handheld,
which is stronger than the PS5, more powerful. Stronger, that sounds weird. More powerful than the PS5, and has a display built into it. Mm-hmm. And it's going to cost less than the PS5, which is already 6 years old, costs now. Mm-hmm. 5 years old. Mm-hmm. Okay. I threw this whole thing out the window.
But what he's saying is, because I listened to him because he was on Colin. He was on Sacred Symbols Plus over the weekend and stuff. Basically, what he's saying is it all comes down to how how parts are getting smaller and smaller, and the wafer sizes keep getting smaller and smaller, so you can mass produce more stuff for lower cost because they can fit more on the wafer things that everything is cut out of and printed. He knows what he's talking about.
Okay, let me ask.
That doesn't mean Sony is going to sell it for $500.
But this keeps talking about, are there 2 models?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can buy a PS6, which is just like a PS5, but more powerful.
Yep.
Or a PS6 Portable,
Switch,
which docked is the equivalent or still not as powerful?
Supposedly it's a little bit, it docked more powerful than the PS5.
No, but I'm saying compared to the PS6.
No, less powerful. It's almost
Even
like a
when
Series
docked.
X, Series S. I believe so, yes. It's like a Series X to a Series S. Not that level of difference, but... I think it's super cool. I don't think I'm going to buy it because...
Either of them or the portable?
The portable, because, like, I don't travel. If we drive anywhere, like when we drive and go to the beach, I'm the mother lover driving. Like, I can't play and drive. Like,
Just get a Tesla that drives itself.
no, I will never get in a self-driving car. And like when I go somewhere though, I just want, it's so much easier to just bring my Switch, but then, okay, you could bring your PS6 portable. I get that. PSP6, who knows what they're going to call it. But like, I think it's super cool. I hope they're not throwing a lot of money at something that could end up hurting them in the long run. Like, I don't know why you would even, and I know Xbox is doing their ROG Ally. I don't know why, like, Nintendo has got that market cornered. It's done. It's over. Now, if you're not trying to beat them at their own game, you're just trying to give people options for the PS6. Steam Deck has been super powerful in that thing. I mean, super popular in that thing is just a big old freaking like brick. I get it, but like, I don't know. Like, if the PS6 really is coming out in 2027, I remember, Derek, you said bullshit. I got a PS5 Pro. You're going to have to do a lot to sell me on why I need a PS6 when there's still games coming out on friggin' Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is coming out on PS4.
You're going to be on the opposite side now. Whereas before you're like, stop making games on PS4 and make them only on PS5. Now you're going to be like, please keep making them on PS5.
Is that how I talk?
That's pretty much dead on.
No, I mean, it all depends. Like, I still say that we're to the point where what else are you going to do with this power? You know what I mean? Like, okay, the big thing this generation was,
I mean,
the
5
ray
is
tracing
still,
and the SSD.
Ray tracing is the biggest. I don't even know what the word is, but like
Death Stranding 2 might be
that's
the
what they
prettiest
sold
game
this
I've ever seen,
entire
and there's
system
no
on,
ray tracing.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Ray tracing.
Yeah. The biggest thing this generation has been the SSD.
Like in Spider-Man. Now when you climb up the buildings, you see the actual reflection in the window instead of just like a generic. Who cares? When you're walking down the street, you can see reflections in the puddles. Mm-hmm. Who cares? This is the main, like, yes, everything looks a little bit better. Everything loads a little bit faster, but like, if I knew that I could have played every single game, if they ever, what am I trying to say? If they never stopped putting games on PS4, I wouldn't have needed a PS5. Now, that's easy to say now, but like in hindsight,
if they weren't going to be running at 60 frames per second.
But I don't, well, I mean, I guess that's true, but like,
I don't need 8K.
I just can't imagine PS6. We're into the diminishing return.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
I don't believe PS6 is going to look that much different, especially for you with a PS5 Pro.
Well, and remember what Mark Cerny said. I can't remember if it's coming later this year or maybe it's probably next year. I can't remember. But they're working on like updating the PSSR, you know, the upscaling stuff in the PS5 Pro. They're going to patch it so it's even better upscaling. Like,
yeah,
if you could do that, like what I just want games to run. 4K is fine, but I would like them to just run at 60 frames a second solid. 1440p and 60 frames, that's really all I need.
I still refuse to believe anybody can tell the difference between 120 frames and 60 frames.
No, I definitely can't, because I've seen the boys playing like Fortnite and stuff, and you can turn on, it tells you how technical I am. I didn't even know you can do this, but you can turn on something like in the upper right corner where it says what your FPS are, what your ping is, and all this other crap. And it's like 118, 119. I'm like, whoa, you're getting 120. Like, but I was like, wait, that looks like how when I play it.
Yeah.
It's 60. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
I guess I just don't know. All that's to say, I am serious about like.
Well, but the counter argument to that is you're going to want a PS6 at some point. Mm-hmm. And I think we're past the point of just being able to assume that
it's going to drop.
You're going to get a price drop eventually.
Yeah.
So like with my car somehow, despite all the bells and whistles, I don't have automatic start. It's capable of it. I have to pay for it to like turn it on.
That's so stupid. And
it's the same price now as it was when I bought the car 6 years ago. It's $500. I'm like, I'm only going to have this car another year or two. I'm not going to pay $500 now when I could have paid $500 and had automatic start for the last 6 years. I'm like, I didn't do it then. I'm not going to do it now. I feel like that's kind of the way this is. If you can't expect a price drop, you either pay $500 and get a PS6 for 6-7 years, or you wait 3-4 years and then pay $500, and now you're paying $500 for a PS6 that, again, now you're only going to have for 3 or 4 years. Mm-hmm. Especially when if you would have traded in your PS5 Pro when the PS6 came out, maybe you get $250 for it. Later on, you trade it in, you only get $100 for it. Like, you're almost losing money. I don't know. Like,
I know what you mean.
If you know you're going to get it and you don't feel too confident that there will be a price drop in a couple years, unless you're saying I'm good to wait for the PS6 Pro,
right,
and that's when I'll get. I guess that could be an argument, but I don't know. I say all that, and I'm like, I don't know that I'll get it day one, but also like, I just kind of convinced myself to get it day one. Like, why wouldn't I? I'm going to get it at some point, and it's not going to get any cheaper. So,
but what do you think about the whole port? Like, does that interest you at all? You at least do travel for work. Sometimes.
I do, but like, what I literally just said earlier, Donkey Kong's not that advanced of a game. I was not feeling that on portable. I think handheld.
That's true. It's going to
work a lot more. Silksong, I'll play that handheld. Mario, like 2D Marios, I'll play that handheld. But like when you're talking like intensive, like 3D, like I don't know that I really care to play those handheld. I probably wouldn't get the handheld one. Yeah. I've come this far in my life without ever having a portable PlayStation. I don't know.
No, I agree. And it's like,
I think it's an interesting move. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying they're stupid for doing it, but I don't think I want it. Unless there's something else that...
Right.
I mean, we know nothing. But if there's some other aspect to it, like, I don't know, maybe they could sell me on it. But as of right now, if I had to get one, I'd just get the standard, just console.
Yeah. Yeah. I do wonder because I've never even held a... what's it called? The PlayStation, Portal. The Portal. But it's like, it's literally just a DualSense where they stuck a screen in the middle. Yeah. And because of that, everybody, like Colin loves that stupid thing. Everybody that's used it is like, oh my, it's just like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But like, I wonder, what is the handheld going to be? Is it going to feel like ergonomic? Like that was one thing I was surprised about Switch 2 is that they didn't do something other than just making it bigger.
It needs to be thicker. Like,
yeah, so you've actually got
like,
something to hold.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see if it works out for you, PlayStation. Now it's time for the wrap up. Sean, Ken Levine talked. We got more details on Judas. No release date. This game has to be coming out next year. Right?
I would think so.
So they did in the PS blog. If you have not gone and read the blog yet, you have to go there because there's these little GIFs or like little 2 or 3 second video things. It's friggin' BioShock. Just see, did you look at them?
Yeah.
It's just like with her fire. I was like, oh my God, it's friggin' BioShock. And it really reminds me more of Infinite than it does BioShock. I don't know why I said it like that.
BioShock.
But he talked about the villainy system and how there's these big three characters that are separate from Judas that are in the game. And you're going to be able to befriend and interact with all these people. But at some point, you're going to favor one over the other, or you're going to do something to make one of them bad. And the villainy system is going to adapt. Remember, he talked about the narrative Legos and all that forever ago, and the building blocks and all that. This is what the end product of that is.
I like it.
That character is going to end up becoming the villain. So it's like, I heard when Colin and Chris were talking about it, it's like, so is it going to be like you can actually play through this 3 different times and get 3 completely different stories and just pay for one game? Because it kind of sounds like that's the way it's going to be. I don't know. Ken Levine said he wants, when these people become the villain, he said it wants to feel like you just lost a friend, like a friend just died or something, because they've gone to the dark side.
And I mean, the name Judas kind of starts to make sense.
Oh, yeah. But you play as Judas.
Well, yeah, but you're the one. I mean, maybe you're the one that.
Maybe you're the villain all along.
Yeah.
Scary it. PS5 price increased since we podcasted last. It started on August 21st in the US. Basically, everything went up by $50. Regular PS5, $500 to $550. PS5 Digital, $450 to $500. PS5 Pro, $700 to $750. Yowza.
Yowza, indeed.
2K has laid off over 80 people from Cloud Chamber, which is about a third of their team, according to Bloomberg. Remember last podcast we talked that there was reports that BioShock 4 was in trouble because it failed a publisher review, and supposedly they also canceled a remake of BioShock 1. BioShock 4 also has been reportedly delayed from planning to release in late 26, early 27 to someplace in the future. I definitely know we're going to get Judas before we get BioShock 4.
Yeah.
I think that's safe to say at this point. Resident Evil Requiem's direct. That sounded like I was going to say Requiem. Resident Evil Requiem's director says that they put in a third-person option because people said that RE7 quote was too scary.
I don't understand this. Like, who's playing Resident Evil 7 but doesn't want to be scared? Like,
you think it was going to be a platformer?
We made this game and it was too good. So we added a bunch of crap to it to make it not as good. Like, no, just, I mean, I understand having the option. Like,
yeah,
first person, that's cool. Okay. But you're doing it because people said this other game was too scary. Like,
just to make the game you want to make. If you want it to be first person, make it first person. Now,
right. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, if they were going to make it first person, but now we better add a third person because people were too scared about the other one. And now that we have to do a third person, that means we have to change this part to make it like, and we'll never know. But like,
well, maybe that's why it's going to take 5 years for it to come out after RE8.
Yeah.
What's going on? Attachment. Adventures of Eliza Jane White. The Pink. Oh, God. Jess had ChatGPT write a bedtime story about Eliza. It's called The Adventures of Eliza Jane White, the Pink-Haired Whirlwind. Hilarious. Sony, I should have put this right after the thing that was up there, but whatever. Sony's reportedly launching PS5 Digital Edition in Europe with a SSD that has been lowered from 1 terabyte to 825 gigabytes to try and avoid price increases there. Disc model will be staying at 1 terabyte.
It's your boy.
Coffee talk. Nintendo has reportedly been telling devs to release games on Switch 1 instead of Switch 2 due to the scarcity of Switch 2 dev kits. To that I say, bullshit. Nintendo, why are you doing this? Like, are you just trying, like, it's super weird.
I don't understand that. Like,
I don't either. Dev kits are basically just a PC that has the specs of the, like, how is it hard to get dev kits? You're Nintendo. Make them. It's not like people trying to buy them and they can't find them at a store. Stupid. Reports came out that Take-Two tried saving Perfect Dark and Crystal Dynamics, but the talks collapsed after they couldn't figure out who was going to own the Perfect Dark IP after the game release. I still cannot believe that they canceled this friggin' game. The quadruple A studio, the initiative.
There's too many A's.
The one demo / trailer we got of the gameplay, I was like, this looks friggin' awesome. I might actually buy an Xbox for this. Now I wouldn't have to because it would have come to PS5. But like, I cannot believe they canceled this. Scalebound, I don't give a shit about. What, like, other games they've canceled, Phantom, whatever, I don't care. But this game was the one where I was like, golly, why? 007 First Light had a state of play today, and I forgot to write down anything about it.
I didn't watch it, but I saw people saying it looked good.
It's out in March. All I know is, so I do want to go back and watch it because the little bit I've seen of this game, when I first got announced, I was like, whatever, I don't care. But I'm like, well, it is IO Interactive, maybe. And then the first thing they showed at the Game Awards, I guess it probably was. Or was that Summer Game Fest? No.
It might have been Summer Game Fest. Game Awards seems too long ago.
Yeah, maybe it was Summer Game Fest. I think it looks really good and really fun. So I might be in. It's out March. That's all I remember.
Is anybody big doing voice
I don't
acting?
think they've said.
Yeah.
Probably Troy Baker.
I figured it'd be Nolan North, maybe.
Or Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Pete Parsons has retired as the head of Bungie, and Justin Truman has taken over.
It's the Truman Show now.
It is. Oh, the laugh button isn't there. Metroid Prime 4. Okay, this I'm getting excited.
I was thinking about that earlier today.
It has now been ESRB rated. In addition to, remember a couple weeks ago, it got rated in Korea.
Are we supposedly getting this year?
They have still said it's 2025.
They haven't.
That's all they've said. It's got to be getting close.
Yeah.
It's got to be November, is my assumption. A week or two before Black Friday.
But I mean, you better get on. I mean, we got to be hearing something soon if that's the case.
But I think this is
they're
one
not
going to
pull a Silksong and be like, it's out in 2 weeks.
No, but it's one
or
of
maybe
those
they'll pull a
games
Prime 1 and be like, it's out now.
That they can't do. But it's one of those games that I do think it's Metroid Prime the 4th. Like, it's one of those games where I don't think they need, like, Donkey Kong Bonanza didn't have a big lead up either. That was like a couple of months. We didn't even know it existed, and then 2 months later it was out, you know. That game I am excited for, even though I've only played one and I didn't beat the game because it got to the whole fetch quest at the end. I was like, this is stupid. I'm done. Not fetch quest. What am I? Yeah, it was a fetch quest.
Kind of, yeah.
The Xbox ROG Ally is launching October 16th. No pricing or pre-order details yet. This thing's going to cost $1,000 is what people are speculating.
That's insane.
Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. They announced they are adding Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero and Mortal Kombat Special Forces. We still don't have a freaking release date for this game. By the way, Mortal Kombat Special Forces, 28 on Metacritic. One of the worst games ever made. I've never played it. I don't even
remember it.
It was another side-scrolling thing like Sub-Zero. It was like in 99
Are you
or
controlling Striker or something?
You're Jax and Sonya, I think.
Oh, I guess that would make more sense. I don't
but
know why
like,
I said Striker.
I feel like I've played Mythologies a little bit, and I was like, well, this is fine, but this isn't Mortal Kombat. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
This I've never touched. Assassin's Creed Mirage is getting free DLC later this year, including new story missions and gameplay improvements. Speaking of not improvements, Elden Ring apparently is dropping to 15 frames per second in Switch 2 handheld mode, according to people who have gone hands-on with it. Damn. Why even do it?
Right.
What is this Duskbloods game? How is this? Remember the Switch 2 exclusive supposedly coming out next year? I mean, I guess if they're making it from the beginning for
right,
Switch
if you're building
2,
it for Switch 2, I'm sure it'll work fine, but
I can't picture myself getting that game. I cannot picture a From Software game on Switch 2 playing with that stupid ass Pro controller.
Yeah.
There's no way.
No.
Power Wash Simulator 2, it is launching this fall. Still don't have a solid date though. Actually, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater might not be my game. We still have Power Wash 2. I can't wait for that game to come out. It is launching on Game Pass though, so that's cool. The Divisions 2 Survivors has been announced by Ubisoft. It is described as a survival extraction experience coming out next year. The Division 2 was originally released in 2019, and they're still putting out content for it. Ubisoft gets a lot of shit, but like, that's crazy. Good on them. And they've been steadily releasing content over the years, too. Mortal Kombat 2, the movie, has been delayed from October to May 15th, 2026, reportedly because WB realized that October movies don't usually do so well at the box office, so they just delayed it. I will say, the trailer was awesome. Some of that CGI sucked. Like when he cut the dude in half, Kung Lao cut the guy in half or whatever, and I was like, I could have made that in Photoshop. Like, it does not look very good. Let's use this time to make the special effects as good as they can be. Call of Duty is getting a movie with Paramount. Of all the video games in all the video game history, the one video game that probably should have and could have gotten a movie before so many of these others was friggin' Call of Duty. You just make a war movie and call it Call of Duty. Like Saving Private Ryan, you could have just called it Call of Duty World War II. Well, there was a game called that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Switch Online is getting Forsaken 64. It's out today. Do you know what I mean when I write, is that Kate Winslet? Look up Forsaken 64 right now. You're going to go, oh, yeah, okay. And then I want you to tell me.
Like a YouTube? Like a video?
No, just the box art.
Oh.
Is that Kate Winslet's face? Well, half of it. When you see it, you're going to remember it.
Oh, I do remember that.
Is that Kate Winslet?
I don't think
it
so.
Came out in 99,
like
but it looks exactly like her. So it was after Titanic. Ask your boy. Ask Chad.
Chad GPT.
Is the woman on the cover of Forsaken 64 Kate Winslet?
Who is the woman on the cover of Forsaken 64? Like the actual person, not the character.
So the woman on the cover of the game Forsaken 64 is actually a model named Karen Bliss. Back in the 90s, a lot of game covers featured real-life models to sort of...
Okay, I've lost interest.
Yeah, but she
Karen
said, yeah,
Bliss.
and I was like, what? Hold on. I bet if I Google,
Yeah, that's not Kate Winslet.
But that doesn't look like her either. Forsaken 64 Kate look what Kate Winslet. Did anyone else replay the game? Is that Kate Winslet? Forsaken, why is Kate Winslet crying? Forsaken 64 is coming to Nintendo 6. I used to think there was Kate Winslet on the cover. Who is the cover girl?
Okay, I mean, I never thought it was her, but I can at least see
I'm glad I'm not crazy.
Why people would think it looked like her.
The first time I saw that, I don't even know what this game. It's some first-person shooter.
I don't even know.
Pretty bad. But yeah. PS Plus Essentials for September. Psychonauts 2, Stardew Valley, and Viewfinder. I think I'm finally going to at least try Stardew Valley.
What is Viewfinder?
It is some first-person puzzle platformer kind of game.
Is it like
The Witness?
No, what was the one? The game where like depending on how you look at things, it like changes like how big it is, and you can pick.
Oh my
What was that
god!
again? Subliminal.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like that?
I don't know.
No. Okay.
I just want to play Stardew Valley.
I think this is when I will
out.
finally try it out.
Also, I wanted to put this in here last. Capcom has confirmed that. Sorry, Colin. Sorry, all you conspiracy theorists out there. Pragmata is not secretly a Mega Man game. I did not know that this was a theory.
Pragmata is
Venom
Pragmata Mega Man game.
I thought you were going to say Gray Fox, and I said Venom Snake.
Have those two idiots? I don't think we like them. No. Said anything? I mean, there's nothing new about the game, but have they been coming out?
They say they've still got one more final analysis coming. Like, it's literally now been... oh, yeah, happy anniversary. 10 years and 2 days... What day is it? Yeah, 10 years and 2 days ago, Phantom Pain came out.
4 score.
They're still making content about Gray Fox.
Really?
The last video they put out about it, I never watched it because it was like an hour and a half long. I was like, I can't do this anymore. You guys got to move on. It's an hour and a half long. And the title of it was, if Venom Snake is not Gray Fox, Metal Gear Solid can't exist, or something like. I'm like, okay, guys. All I have to say is this: you still can't explain this away to me. In Metal Gear 1, Snake goes in and rescues Gray Fox, Frank Yeager. Over here, though, is Venom Snake. And you go and you fight him and you kill him. It's so great. It's you can't be 2 places at once. It's stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this episode of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. Thank you all so much for watching. I can't believe Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater Remake is finally here. Still weird that they called it Triangle, but till the next time, Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.